Hi boys, girls and families. My name is Miss Laura and I am the Director of Family Ministry and Christian Education at Grace United Methodist Church in Gaithersburg. I'm so happy to be here with you this evening. I'm a bit sad it's raining outside, but kind of happy I suppose because we planted those trees yesterday for Earth Day, and that is a way of watering the trees, but I'd still like to be outside playing outside with all my animals, but the ducklings enjoy it anyway. So how is everybody today? I hope you're well. Today, as I promised, we are going to be making our flower pots. We are going to be decorating flower pots so we can go ahead and plant some seeds or something like that and watch them grow and just enjoy them together. So, the things that I plant, each seed I plant is going to remind me of every one of you, each seed I have. And so every seed I say, every seed I plant, I'm going to be praying for you. And as I see the seeds grow, I'm going to be praying for you. So every day as I see them, as I see these what have I got here? Cilantro. As I see these herbs grow, I'm going to be praying for each and every one of you. And I love that that's a way that we can connect. So right here, I have a little plant pot, a little plastic plant pot. Now this is going to be difficult to color on. So I am going to use some paper to decorate, and then I'm going to stick the paper onto the pot. Now boys and girls, don't worry if you have different materials that I have today. You can go back, all of these episodes, the Engage Moments, you can go back and watch on Engage Children's Ministry on Facebook. So if you ask your parents or guardians, if you can go onto Facebook, go on there and then search Engage Children Ministry and you will find us. Like the page and you will find us. So you can always watch this, have fun watching me decorate the plant, and then you can work out how to do this yourself another time. So I am going to cut this because the paper's bigger than the pot. So let's cut a strip of this paper. Here we go. And as always, ask your parents or guardians before you use scissors or any arts and crafts materials. I think this is a good width. Now, on my handy dandy tray, you know I love my handy dandy art tray. Let's bring this into view. I have so many things on here today. See this? So I'm going to see how many of these things I can fit on this piece of paper. And Sally Grace, my daughter Sally Grace, she's in youth group at Grace Church, even made me this little rabbit that I can stick onto my flower pot. He's still wet though, she glued him. He's still a little bit wet, so it'll be a while before I can glue him on. But isn't he cute? Look at that. So thank you, Sally Grace. Okay, he can sit there. Make sure your head doesn't fall off. Right, let's start with some crayons, shall we? We can't go wrong with crayons. So I've got different colours in here. And I'm just going to do some swirls just to make it colourful. So we'll do some swirls. Now remember, this is going to be wrapped all around your flower pot. I'm going to make it nice and colourful so it's nice and cheery every time I look at it in my house. Oh, I wonder where I should put it. Maybe my kitchen windowsill, maybe in my living room. Where do you think I should put my plant? Now my plant is going to need sunshine. So it's going to have to be in a location where the sun can shine on it, and it's going to need, that's right, it's going to need water. So every day I'm going to do a little sprinkle of water and make sure it's right next to the sun. Now yesterday for Earth Day, we talked about some of these things that God has given us this wonderful world, and there are plenty of places in the Bible that talk about how God created this earth for us, and it's our responsibility to look after it. And so when we see the sun shining on our plants and the water that we have that we are able to put into our plants, we must be thankful that we have these things. All right, here we go. I have swirly whirlies. Now, glue. This is where I get into trouble, gluing things. Let's do, the messiest thing I have is glitter. I think that's a good idea, don't you? Let's put my tray here so you can see it a little bit. Now, see in here I have all different types of glitter. Now, when I use glitter, it tends to get absolutely everywhere. So let's see how this goes. Ah, purple. Purple's my favorite color. So let's use purple glitter. Now, one way of using glitter is if you put a base down, like I'm going to put another piece of paper down. You can use a tray, you can use a bit of cardboard. You can even do this outside in your garden if it's not raining. So I put some swirly whirly marks with glue on my paper. Do you see that? You see the white? That's the glue. So that when I get the glitter out, I bet I'm going to be finding this glitter for weeks. So when I get this glitter out and I put it on my paper, it will only stick to where the glue is. Let's see. Let's pick this up. Give it a swirl around, and then the base, which is an extra piece of paper, I'm just going to put the extra down on that base. And look at that, boys and girls. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I haven't used glitter in so long. Look, it's everywhere. So I bet I'm going to find some glitter in my dinner tonight. What do you think? I tell you, it gets everywhere. All right, so we've got glitter. What else have we got on this handy-dandy tray? Oh, sparkles. Won't that look nice? Let's stick some sparkles on. Where did I put my scissors? Where did I put my scissors? I just had them. Here we go. Now let's cut this and we will put some sparkles onto our flower pot. Now, boys and girls, you obviously don't need to have the things that I have. You can use whatever you have at home, whatever craft activities you have at home. So I have some glitter right here, glitter strip. We're going to put it on here. There we go. Our flower pots are going to look gorgeous. There we are. Now, yesterday when I did our lesson on Earth Day, we talked about responsibility, and one of the things I did, I don't know if you watched it, but you can go back on Engage Ministry. I'm going to put some feathers on. See these feathers? You can go back onto Engage Ministry, Engage Children Ministry on Facebook, and watch yesterday's Earth Day episode. I had a big bag of rubbish, of trash, as you might say, and I pretended that I was in the sanctuary at church, the sanctuary where we meet, and Pastor Jim gives his sermons, and where the altar is and where the congregation sits, that's where the sanctuary is. And that's where we have our children's moments. And when I do children's moments, I say, come on up, boys and girls. I'm so happy to see you. Well, yesterday I was in my garden and we did that. We did a children's moment, but just like this, because obviously we can't be close together right now. And I said, come on up, boys and girls. But hang on a minute, I've got to do something. All right, I'm sticking on my, oh no, I've already stuck that on. What am I doing? I'm sticking on pom-poms. This is what I'm doing now. I had a bag of rubbish and it had like old milk containers in it and just stuff that belongs in a bin, that does not belong on the floor. Because do you know what I did? I pretended we were in the sanctuary and I turned that bag upside down and the rubbish went all over the floor. And I said, okay, I'm done. I put all my rubbish on the floor of the sanctuary. Now I don't need to go anywhere else. Now, do you think I'd get into trouble if I did that? I don't think anybody would be very happy with me if I put rubbish all over the sanctuary, if I put old containers and stinky potato peels and all kinds of stuff all over the sanctuary. So my point was, we shouldn't do that outside either, because it's God's world, it's God's earth. Now, although the sanctuary is God's house, the church is God's home, God's house, that he has given to us also. He has given us the world and the earth and the water and the soil that we're going to use for this plant, and we have to respect that. So if you won't throw rubbish on the floor of the sanctuary, why would you do that in the world? Because that could harm the world. So we need to be careful and do things like recycle and save energy. And I'm sure your parents could help you go online and look at how to do some of these things, how to help the earth be as happy as it can be. Oh, right, boys and girls, I think I have made... My pom-poms might fall off, but that's okay. I can stick them back on again later. In fact, one's running away right now. Here is the strip of paper I have made that I'm going to put around my flower pot. Now, here is my flower pot. I'm going to put some glue on it, but I am sure that I'm going to have to tape it as well. So I have some tape with me. Right, there's my glue. I'm getting lovely and messy. This is fun. Right, now let's stick on my paper. Yay! Oh, there goes one pom-pom. Man down. Right. Tape. I'm going to stick it on. You can use as much tape as it needs. Even my tape isn't behaving. Oh, this is going to be so pretty, boys and girls. Here we are. So not only am I going to remember you as I see the plants growing. Oh, my pom-poms fell off. Goodness me. I'm going to have to go back and do those later. But so not only am I going to think of you as my seeds grow, I'm going to think of Earth Day and the way that we celebrated Earth Day together. And so Earth Day, we celebrate it once a year, but really every day you should be thinking about Earth and all the things that we talk about on Earth Day. Those things should be practiced every day. So in my flower pot, we've got a couple of choices here. Here we are. So we've got sparkles and glitter and feathers and colouring and naughty pom-poms that wouldn't stick on. So those will be stuck on later, but I'm sure that you can find some. Oh, I forgot about, I've got a couple of other things here. It's the never-ending flower pot. Here we go. You'll love what I've got to stick on. Look, I've got a rabbit to stick on. Now you know I love rabbits. So there's my rabbit stuck on. And you can stick anything on these things. I have, what else did I bring down? I have all kinds of things to stick on here. I know that some of our boys and girls at church are fans of Pokemon. Now I know this is only an energy card. I've been practicing with Maxwell, so I know this is only an energy card and it's apparently not that great, but you can design it however you want to. You could make it a Pokemon base, you see? You could design it however you want to. If you play football or you play baseball or something like that, you could design it any way you like. I'm going to tie a ribbon around mine. You can never go wrong with a bit of ribbon. So, as I said, you can decorate it any way you like. And I'm going to show you a couple of other things that we can do with our flower pots now. Here we are. I've got a lovely bow. Beautiful. Now, one thing you can do if you didn't want to grow, if you don't have seeds or don't want to get messy with the soil, one thing you can do is take flowers, fake flowers, so artificial, not real, like silk kind of flowers, or you can make your own. If we had more time, we could do that together with coffee filters or extra paper. So you could even see how pretty this would look with a flower in. You wouldn't even need to water it, but you could still look at it every day and think how beautiful it is and how that you should pray for the earth and pray for each other. So we've got the flowers that don't need to be watered, but I also have here, I have some soil from my garden. And I am going to put this into my flower pot. I had a spoon to do it, but I'm going to get all mucky and use my hands. I've been doing a lot of gardening, boys and girls, over the past few days, and I feel like my hands are always mucky. Washing my hands all the time. Right, so we have some soil, you see that? Some mud, some soil, and where are my seeds? Here we go. We have cilantro seeds. This is a herb that grows, and it's often used on Mexican food, in like rice, and it's used in a lot of dishes, and it's very, very yummy. Okay, let's see. I love using herbs. In fact, for our dinner tonight, I use dill. That's another herb. I'm not sure if you've heard of that one before, because that's not a very popular one. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, boys and girls. In my hands here, see how small these seeds are? Isn't it amazing that a seed this small can grow up into a big, tall herb that you can eat? See that? This could turn into something that will flavour your dinner. So I'm going to sprinkle some seeds in here and get a few more. Make sure I've got enough so I can pray for all of you. I'm going to be praying for all of my church friends as these seeds grow. Okay, you see I've put the seeds in there. I've sprinkled them all around. Now I'm going to get the soil and put a little bit more soil on my seeds. Do you know what's funny? I said that glitter gets everywhere. You know, I said that at the beginning. Look, there's glitter in my soil. Maybe that'll add a little bit of magic to my flowers. Here we go. I've pressed it down. And that's all I need to do. Now, well, the next step would be watering it, but I wasn't that prepared. I did not get my watering can, but I'm going to do that as soon as I leave you today. I'm going to put some water on this, and then I'm going to put it, I'm going to decide where to put it, in my kitchen, or my living room, in my sunroom. Maybe you can leave me a message on the Engage Children's Ministry page and tell me where you think I should keep my plant pot. So, boys and girls, that concludes our flower planting today, our making a pot and planting things. As I said, I planted cilantro. You can plant whatever you want, or you can make your own flowers to go in. But this plant pot is going to remind me of you every single day. Okay, boys and girls, well, that's our time together. I have an announcement to make. We are going to only be meeting for our Engage Moments on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. So I can get all my craft supplies together. I'm running out of craft supplies. So we're going to slow down a little bit, and instead of meeting every day, we're going to meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock, the same time. But I will be doing some other special things on the Engage Children's Ministry Facebook page, so make sure you keep a watch out on that. There will be some animal features on there and some activities that you can do. But for our Engage Moments, like we're doing right now, like Children's Moments, it will only be on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock. And don't forget that on Sundays, the youth group meets. I think it's 4 o'clock, but I'll make sure to get that message out and let you all know. But they meet by Zoom, as Zoom meeting at 4 o'clock. So I'll get that message out if you look onto the Engaged Children Ministry Facebook page. All right, well, that's enough of my talking, because I know that you want to see the animal of the day. I know that's one of the favorite things now. Glitter everywhere. Now, I need to tell you about this animal because her name is Daisy. She's a chicken. She is a Rhode Island red chicken. And she is so adventurous. She's got a best friend called Sprinkles, who you've seen before on this Engage Moment. Sprinkles has made an appearance. Well, Sprinkles and Daisy have found a way to jump out of their pen and run around the garden whenever they want to. And unfortunately, we had a fox that came into our garden that thought that he would like a chicken for his dinner. So Mr. Freeburn heard Daisy squawking away and ran outside, and the fox dropped Daisy from his mouth. Isn't that amazing that Daisy was saved because Mr. Freeburn ran outside and said, "Stop, those aren't your chickens. You can't have those for your dinner." But Daisy was injured, so she was injured quite bad. So we have been making her better with lots of creams and bandages and medicines and all sorts. And you know what? She is doing great. She's looking great now. And it's funny because every time she's inside, I'm going to show you her in a second. Every time I talk to her, she seems to talk back to me. But she's very happy now. Her wounds are healing and she's eating and drinking. I'm going to show you her now. We had to cut a lot of her feathers off, so she looks a little bit scruffy and she has a bandage on, but she's not in any more pain, boys and girls, so you don't need to worry about that. So let me take you with me and we will go over and see Miss Daisy. Let me switch the camera around. Hi, Daisy girl. Hi. What you doing? I know. What have you got to say today? Is that right? Are you talking? What have you got to say? Oh, I know. Have you had a good day today? Did you eat your dinner? Oh, you're such a good girl. So this is where Daisy is hanging out. She has a nice big cage and fluffy pillows. She's starting to walk around. She has her dinner. She actually loves oatmeal, so some oatmeal for her dinner. Some chicken food later. As you can hear, when I talk, she likes to talk back to me. So she is a very sweet girl. So we're praying that Daisy gets all better soon. Right, Daisy girl? Okay. Boys and girls, let's finish today's session with our prayer. The prayer that Jesus taught us. In one of our sessions, we made a Lord's Prayer card. Now, I have to admit, a lot of the beads and jewels have fallen off of my Lord's Prayer card, so I need to redo it, just like my pom-poms. But here it is. If you would like to make one of these, there is a printout on the Engaged Children Ministry Facebook page. So let's finish our prayer. Let's finish our session with the Lord Prayer. And just to remind you again, we will be meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. All right, boys and girls, let's go into prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. All right, my lovely, lovely people. I love each and every one of you. You're all very special to me. I will be seeing you all very soon. You can contact me anytime on Engaged Children Ministry Facebook page. But if I don't hear from you, I will see you hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday when we can all get together again, and I'll plan something very special for the next time we meet. Okay, love you all. Cheers and good night.